y'all already know, man. It's Tek The Jet, you feel me? The host promoting all the growth. And who we got in here with us today, man?
Kevin Anderson from Anderson and Anderson Enterprises, man.
Okay. So what you do, my man? What you do?
You know, right now I'm in procurement, and procurement is an interesting business. I know.
That one down. I was like, good Lord, I ain't trying to say it.
So procurement is working with government agencies, and so you government give you opportunity, whether it's local government, state, or federal, to solicit opportunities, whether it's goods and services. So if you have, manufacturers and distributors that you can buy from, you can sell to the government for a profit. And if you have an education and services, you can provide your education and services to them. They're always kind of hiring out, looking for
government just giving out money like that, for real?
You got to register though.
Oh, I'm about to say shit. They just giving out money like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But a lot of people don't know about it. I always encourage people to look at additional streams of income. Don't limit yourself, because if you're selling something and the government is buying, they have a bigger budget, right? They buy more stuff, so it's an opportunity I think everybody should embark in. So I've done a few businesses throughout my career. I've had a retail candy store back in the 90s in LA.
What happened with the candy? I love me some sweets.
Sweet Factory that came out.
Yeah.
The candy by the pound.
Yeah.
So I created a candy court, but I had a basketball motif to it. So I sold candy and I organized it. Every NBA color was a section. So I had a Lakers section, Clippers section, and then I sold basketball memorabilia. So I got a little creative with the candy and had everybody go around the whole store and buy candy.
What made you start with that? Because that actually sounds creative, though.
It did.
That's different. I ain't gonna lie, that's different. So,
well, first of all, as our community, we don't like buying candy by the bulk. It's a little expensive. And then,
no lie, you feel me? Walk in, I start eating in the store and shit.
Right. And then you put that big bag on the counter and it ended up being $10, and your mama snatch you out the, So you know how that goes. So I ended up selling it, got into procurement. I ended up developing an earthquake survival kit for kids. I lived in California, so we had a big earthquake at the time.
Okay.
And then ended up selling that to the County of Los Angeles Children and Family Services, and that's how I got into selling to the government.
So I was about to just say, so that's where you kind of
that was a segue, yeah.
Okay, what year was that?
That was had to be 94, yeah. So I've been in business for a while, and been an entrepreneur, or wanted to do for myself,
I love to hear that.
Yeah, so you have all the mistakes, all the hiccups you can make as a young entrepreneur, and I'm here to talk to your audience and just really share some guidance, because it's different here than from a banker or somebody that's in some CEO position, but man, growing up, you want to have something on your own, and a lot of us are afraid to try and step out, don't have the means to do it, and think it's a good thing.
What do you feel is the thing that's stopping, not necessarily just our culture, but a lot of people from trying to learn? Because like you said, there's so many ways of making money, so many different open doors. What do you feel is the reason, that's stopping so many people from trying to explore these doors?
I think one is fear. I think the other one is just lack of understanding and knowledge of business, or just, understanding, like, everybody want to go out and do something, sell something, or, provide something. But understanding who your market is, the market is huge, right? So if you understand what your niche is and where you're going, and you can focus on that and not, think that you got to cover everything, and cover everybody, it takes the pressure off.
What's a basic, like, what is the basic things, if somebody is trying to start or get into business, their own business, obviously. Like, what is some things, obviously, the basic? Because I know it's probably a long list of things.
It's a long list.
What are, like, the basics, that it's mandatory? It's no ifs, ands, no
passion.
buts.
You got to love what you do.
Okay.
You got to be good at doing it, and want to get better at doing it, So if you're providing a service or a commodity, which is a product or whatever, then you want to make it unique to the end user. And the end user is the person who's actually going to wear it or use it, do
So
something
like
with
your customer
it.
base?
Yeah, your customer base. And identify who that customer is.
So that's a good way to say it.
So let me give you an example.
Okay.
If I'm selling to a government agency,
Uh-huh.
say Children and Family Services, right?
Okay.
And they want shoes. I can't go buy designer shoes because that's not their customer. I mean, I can't go like, oh, they want some Nike Jordans, and everybody get Nike Jordans, and I cover that, right? They want like real inexpensive, black and white canvas. They're dealing with kids that are growing up in the system. They just want to take care of them, but not have them be jealous of one kid having Nikes, the other one having Adidas.
I was about to say,
Right.
yeah.
So you have to know your customer. And so I think that puts that in perspective.
How do you go about finding? Cause that's one thing I have noticed. A lot of people they do have good ideas and stuff, but how do you go about knowing like, oh, this is the market? Cause you could say, oh, I just want to talk to the smokers, but then all of a sudden you might have something that, even though they're not a technical smoker, now they're still buying your product. So what is like? How do you get in and tap in to know what your market is, to even know, to be able, who am I supposed to be reaching out to?
Now, you're talking about, like, if somebody wanted to go open up a smoke shop.
Well, just anything.
Or
That was
anything.
just something,
Oh, okay.
that was just something that I just, that I just threw out there. But just
Right.
anything,
Right.
like, if anybody was trying to do anything, like, if you was anybody just trying to do anything, like, how would you know exactly who you supposed to be talking to? Just, like I said, because, of course, you could take the broad approach, like I said, if it was a smoke shop, I want to talk to the smokers. But
Right. Well, you got
it's
demographics too, right? You got areas that you live in, and you got the communities that you live in. So if that community or that demographic has a young demographic, and I take, for example, the mall that I was in Fox Hills.
What's that?
It was in LA, Culver
Oh,
City,
okay.
right? So it was a young market. They had the DJs,
Is that the mall?
Yeah, not the.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
it's at the mall,
man.
right.
That's loud.
I'm sorry. I was at the Fox Hills Mall, Culver City.
That's a nice mall though. I ain't been to too many malls. Got you in there still DJing, and that's a live experience while you in there shopping.
Let me make a correction. They had probably live music, but it was a clothing store called DJs. So I'm sorry about that.
Okay. I'm like, dang.
Right. But I'm saying DJs, the clothing store, and like all these clothes back in the 90s, clothing stores were catering to younger crowds. The mall wanted to cater to their surroundings of corporate America and get the young guys out. But then when you looked at all the stores and the stores, the franchises, they were always number one in Fox Hills. So that means that the young crowd was spending money there, right? So you can't lie, the numbers don't lie.
Exactly.
So, you identify what your demographic is, where you want to be. If it's an area where the population is going to smoke or eat candy, or you don't want to put it in. Like if you're a nutritionist, you're gonna pick where the fit people, are working out, or next to a gym, or something like that. You're not gonna put it probably next to a liquor store. Right?
Okay.
So that's gonna identify your market, and then those are demographics of like age, income, medium household income, and all that stuff, and. But I think a lot of people are selling direct and online now, which is really good because they're able to express themselves, with their marketing and online marketing and their presence. And I think that's a really good thing now.
Okay. So with marketing online, do you feel that that's something that people should be like, tapping in more into? Or
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yeah. Online and direct, because if you think about it, man, there are thousands of manufacturers, and manufacturers are the people who actually are the companies who make the stuff. and then you got the distributors, whoever, distribute those items. But there are thousands of them. So you might have this distributor have one particular shirt, this one. So what makes the difference? They're doing the same shirt, but it's their audience that they're marketing to. I might not like that shirt. I might like this shirt. So the more opportunities you have, the better choices you have, right? So you can choose between this shirt, this style, this look, this so don't stop because it's already out there. Because there's someone that likes your look, and that's gonna, support you. And then once that support comes, you have to build that relationship with them. You can't just sell a shirt and then don't send them any advertising anymore or want to engage with them. You do a follow-up, thank you for your business, thank you for supporting us. They might get a drop email about, what's coming out or, some type of event that's coming.
So you should do that with all your customers, or is that just something like for first time basis, or what? Is that something that you should really kind of focus on with every customer? And if it is with every customer, how is it? How would you be able to manage that? Reaching back to all them people at one, at the time speed that that you kind of want to. How would you, or I guess there's certain databases or something.
Yeah, there's CRMs that would do that,
What's
and those
that?
Customer. I'm gonna have to. You have to cut that one.
Customer relation management.
Yeah, and so what it does, it captures that customer, and then you can have it send out an automatic reply. So you don't want to have to type up everything. It's automated. Okay. So basically, it captures the customer, holds the customer base, sends out like a thank you email, and then do a drip campaign. And a drip campaign is basically like it'll do follow-ups every now and then, just to say, hey, we got this new style coming out. Hey, check out this shirt. It's like it just makes itself present. If you forgot.
It's more automatic, so you don't really have to be as hands-on as people think. Because I know that's another thing, a lot of people feel that, I know it's work to, get things done, but some of the things they feel is too much and they kind of overwhelm certain people,
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like a lot that you're explaining, so.
No, it doesn't. I think if you overwhelm yourself with all the things in business, then it will, make people, it would discourage a lot of people. And I'm here to kind of help you through the process of not being discouraged, because everything has a challenge. It's just about you overcoming those challenges, and don't think that it's going to be, straightforward and you're just going to make $1 million tomorrow. Just like you, right? You started this business, right? You had your up and downs. I'm pretty sure you want to share with the audience.
Yeah, we definitely had some times. We had our ups and downs. Like I say, you feel me? It was a time where nobody really even thought what I was trying to do even made sense, because just like you said, it was everybody else is already doing it.
Yeah.
It was like, so what's gonna make, why would you do something that everybody else is doing? You kind of becoming a follower. And at that point in time, it was almost like, damn, y'all right. But then, as things go on, you start to learn. And like you say, you go through them wins, you go through them losses. But somebody always taught me, though, once you learn, to turn an L into a W, that's the ultimate win. Because now it'll never be an L no more. It's just a lesson. Now that lesson, now that loss turned into a lesson. And that's what somebody had taught me. Once you learn how to turn a loss into a lesson, that's the ultimate win.
And let me say this, though. Most people ain't going to support your ideas.
Oh, I'm already here. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me.
So, don't get all bent out of shape when you excited and you want to start something and they not excited with you. That's a big problem, too. Because you want them to be as excited as you are about
you got to realize, well, at least what I had to realize is, this is my dream and not theirs.
That's right.
So the things that I'm seeing in my head, they don't see in there. So
Correct.
Of course, they're not going to be as mad, or they're not. So when I explain it, and then you gotta be able to, pronounce yourself and have
Right.
it come out right. Because, if you just kind of like how I'm doing now with the loop, you feel me?
Yeah.
It kind of fades from what you really saw.
Right.
And, people don't really see the vision that you saw. It's
Right.
just the words that you saying. So
Right.
now, of course, when they hear you say, oh, yeah, well, you feel me? We could do this. And then you
Right.
go over here, we could do this.
Mhm.
It kind of sounds like, all right, it just sounds like something you just thought of in your head. It doesn't sound like the vision that was actually put in your head.
Right.
So.
And then it's a true point too, because once you get out there and you have an initial idea, the more you start networking and connecting with other people, then other ideas are gonna come, other opportunities are gonna come. I mean, look at your hat, right? Right? I mean, that's a marketing tool.
You feel me?
I mean,
see it, man. Like, we gonna make gas great again. That's the thing.
Right. Most people be like, what?
But that's the thing that sells it the most. I was just gonna say that's the thing that sells it the most. Like when people look at it, because the first thing they be like is, man, that's a mega hat, and I get to laughing.
Right.
But then when they see it, then it's hey, that's kind of funny.
Right.
Hey, I like it. And I'm like, all right, well, that's what's up.
Right.
Because
this is how much it costs. So once you support
you feel
me,
me? Like, exactly. That's where it goes from there. If you like it that much,
right?
I got
me.
this.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, I
Right.
mean, it definitely. Like I say that. I mean, that was a marketing tool, a learning lesson. Because I was just doing it as a play on words.
Right.
I never saw when I was making it like, oh, I done had so many people come up with their own meanings to my hat.
Right.
And I'd be like, hey, if that's what it feels to you, then it is what it is. Cause I just come to realize like that's a business thing. Like you can't change some person's perspective. That's why they, that's why they like you. That's why they like you. Why would you change your perspective of it? You feel me?
Right.
So I sit back and I try to see back and I kind of learn from them things. It kind of does scare some people away because some people know.
Well, then some people are gonna that's your market though.
So I'm guessing, that's how you figure out
that's
your
market.
market.
Yeah,
you figure out your marketing from test trial and error.
Trial and error, how people respond, and then you go in, like you like this, then they might like that, and then you give them something else edgy, or something that's not so conforming with what's going on in society, So you look at, I was just watching the series Wednesday. You checked the series out, The Addams Family. You guys seen that?
I ain't seen that one.
Man, I'm a big fan of The Addams Family.
I used to be. I don't know.
Right.
I didn't even know they made a new one.
So yeah, Wednesday they got a series out now, but her clothing is all in black, real gothic. I mean, but I wouldn't buy it, or maybe my daughter wouldn't buy it, but there's a lot of people out there that will buy it, right? That's their market. The gothic look, the black, certain shoes, certain hairstyles, and that's just the way it is.
Can't please everybody, huh?
Can't, and it's not gonna go across the board that way, But you have to, really have a vision of what you want to do. I'm a big believer in writing things down. Having a roadmap to where you want to be, and then have that number of what you want to accomplish, monthly, like a goal.
So it was monthly. I was reading, I kind of had it like a yearly thing, but so monthly, like a monthly.
It should be daily.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Because if it's monthly, you got to break the month down to days. So this is a lot of people don't. I gotta say this, right? I got into Fox Hills Mall, Culver City candy store, and I went in there, did the presentation or whatever. I went off in the candy store. This is my theme. It was like, okay, your rent is $3,200 a month, right? So I'm going with, I gotta sell $100 a day, pretty much, because the mall is open 30 days a week. But it was $100 a day to make just the rent, not what I sold. So I gotta sell whatever that to even make $3,000. So you have to break it down per day, and then you have to know what your cost of goods are, right? And so you want me? I'm gonna break out this cost of goods, right? Mm-hmm. If I go buy a hat for $5, and then I have to print on that hat, and it's gonna take so long to print that hat. Then I gotta say, what's my time worth at that point? Because now I'm the one printing it if I'm just starting it off. So if I print it and it takes me 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes, what is that charge? And then if I sell it, so I buy it for 5, I sell it for 25, right? I really didn't buy it I bought it for 5, but then printing cost, thread, so it might be what, $8, $9.
Yeah, roughly.
So just say 10. You sell it for 25. Your cost of goods is $10. Your profit is 15.
Yeah.
But you have to take that 10 and go buy another hat and take the profit. But with your profit, you got to pay your bills, right? You got to do those things, so you got to be mindful of that, and understand that your cost of goods you have to get the cost of goods as low as possible, so you can make as much money as possible.
So, but okay, so with that, but you don't want to go too low because you don't want to go too low, right? Because
Well, would you sell a hat for $25?
Of course.
I mean, that's a good price.
Yeah.
But one of you was able to make it for $2.
I still would sell it for 20.
It's 25, right? I'm sorry.
You good?
You sell it for 2, but they don't know that, right?
Exactly.
Right. So that's the whole thing. As long as you get your cost down, you still can keep the retail price at 25. But you make more money. Instead of 15, now you're making 23. But now this is where we're gonna talk some business.
And that's what I like to talk about.
All right. Buying in bulk is your friend, right?
Yes.
So if you go and buy from a wholesaler who makes the hats, right? They're gonna say, well, you want a red hat? They're not gonna sell you one red hat. You're gonna have to buy maybe 12, 20, and a dozen, right? Mm-hmm. But the dozen, it might be $2 a hat, so it's $24.
Exactly.
So you got to spend $24, and so that's buying in bulk. Now, you want a red, a blue, a green, a orange, or whatever. That's your cost. So you times that 24 times 6 colors, right? That's how much you're spending. That's your cost for those particular color hats, right? Now you go print on them and do your thing, and then you sell them, and you have inventory, and then you sell them for a profit, and you're fine. But now, if you go like downtown or cash and carry place that you're not buying it from a manufacturer or distributor in bulk, you can go buy one, and it's gonna cost you $5, $6, $7 because you only want to buy one, so you buy one of each color or 2 of each color, but it's gonna cost you more money. Right?
It is.
I gotta say this. A lot of people don't know. You can start a business, a DBA, doing business as. So if I wanted to start a business and it was Kevin, clothing company, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I can say Kevin is doing business as Kevin Clothing Company. I can go down to the city, do a DBA. It's gonna cost me $25.
I'm glad you got there. What is the difference? What is the difference between, because I done seen, the different YouTube videos, I done watched, I got my LLCs, right. And I know people that got S Corps, then I know people, like you just said, the DBAs. All right. What's really the difference, though? Like, you feel me? Like I said, I didn't watch a whole lot of videos. Maybe it's because, I'm hearing it from the wrong person, or what's really the difference? Because, it was like people kind of made it to where, like, oh, man, you got to go get your LLC. But then when I got the LLC, oh, man, you could have did that with you could have done, and I'm like, all right, so, what is it really, what's the difference, I guess, in it?
All right, so a DBA is, like in Texas, man, LLC is $300. To file with the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. And it's a limited liability company that will give you more protection as a business, right? So your business is under the LLC. So you're really kind of attached to your business, but your business is under the LLC.
Well, yeah, I kind of got that part. Basically, if something,
right.
God forbid, happens, they're not really suing my pockets.
Tax purposes, it's all a pass-through. Now, with the S Corp, you can put yourself on salary,
So you can't do that with the LLC?
Uh,
See, that's where it's getting
Not
to the
really.
nitty gritty. This is what I'm glad you came in.
no.
How are you supposed to be paying yourself? How are you supposed to be paying yourself?
You got it down. I have an accountant that you can talk to. I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. But I'm not a tax person, but I've had a DBA, LLCs, and S corps, right? All of them kind of function the same way, where the money passes through. You have certain obligations, and laws, that protects you, LLC, S corp. But the S corp, you can put yourself on salary, and you actually can hire, your children and people to do work and get your tax deductions and stuff like that. But if I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have you be advised to talk to a tax professional. I have one for you, all accountants. Her name is Sandra. She's really good. She's in the Woodlands. But I was mentioning it from a money standpoint as far as getting started.
I was just going to say, all right, from the money, because that's where we are getting back to. We like to start businesses because we like to do things, but
$30 or less than $30, you can start a DBA.
Okay.
Now, the kicker to that is go get your EIN number associated with that DBA. And the EIN number is an employment identification
basically
number.
Your social for your business.
For your social for your business. So it's going to identify you as that business.
So you can do that with a DBA.
Absolutely.
Man, you learn something every day. Because I done went out and I even told, I was actually.
And it's free.
See,
don't let nobody charge you for the EIN number.
Oh yeah, that I did. I did know that one. But I was telling people, because like legal Zoom and stuff. Cause that's what I went through.
Yeah.
Like
you paid a little money for
legal. That's why I'm like, when I'm hearing the numbers, I'm like, dang, I could have did this myself.
Because it's yourself. If you go on the Secretary of State at any state, you can do it yourself for whatever that amount is. So I know Texas is $300.
And you can just go in there and just tell.
Check the name. So they're gonna give you a name check. Because they don't want to have you have the same name as someone else that's in business already. So you have to have, it different, and maybe you can spell it different or whatever. But they're only protecting those who already currently have an LLC. And so your name have to be, not matching, it has to be different. But it's $300. And the EIN number is free. Bank accounts are, Chase, whatever, they're free. You don't have to go spend a lot of money opening a bank account. You just the free checking, free savings, and just open a business checking. So basically, if you do a DBA, EIN number, bank account, it might cost you $100.
I hope everybody listening. Hey, look, man, you feel me? That's crazy, because that's what I say.
And I'm about to get into something else with this DBA.
$100 to start a business. That's crazy because you got a lot of people, myself included, that ain't started a couple other businesses that I want because I already knew what I paid for certain LLCs or whatever. So and I would kind of warn people about that, like, and it would kind of scare people. And now I'm glad you said that because it kind of like I felt that is something that I was doing. I had the money to be take care of these LLCs and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I know really don't got that. Right. So it would kind of make them feel like, all right, fuck it, I'm not doing my dream no more. I'm not doing it no more because I got other stuff to worry about than trying to come up with this to do that. And what about if it don't work?
Right.
Which is understandable, but
and that's a good way to get started, right? You spend $100. You got a company, you got a DBA, you got an EIN number, you got a bank account.
Hey. Look, that's a good
You're
start.
In business.
I was just about to say, that's a good start. You feel me? For $100, that's a hell of a start.
And then you go to GoDaddy, you can get you a .com email, and if you want a website, you can go to GoDaddy or Wix. It's really inexpensive. It's not like all these charges that people be talking about. Like, you can really start a business with, little or nothing. So
I hope somebody listening, because I know I'm feeling.
Let's talk about this. Me and you both been in business. We had to raise money. Borrow money.
Yep, man. Hey, man.
Family, friends.
Yep.
They got a timeline, interest on the money. Where my money at? I mean, this stuff is like for the birds, man, right?
Nah,
Because you out of control. Oh, well, let me get a piece of your business. Let's be partners 50-50. Nah, nigga, I don't want to do you my business. But it's all kind of deals they want to divvy it up.
A lot of people
It's your stuff, but you need help. So listen, and it's something I want to share, and and I want to encourage people too to take care of their personal credit, right? Because personal credit is important, right?
So
You
it's
got
more
something
important.
to say?
Yeah,
Because I'm about to go into the business credit.
I was just about to say,
go
because I was just going to get into that, because I've been hearing back and forth. Like, I've been hearing people be on some, man, just worry about your business credit. You ain't even got to worry about your personal credit. Then I heard people, going on saying what you say.
Yeah.
Look, your personal credit this is major. That's major. Like, this is, so,
It's major. And let me tell you why. Get your personal credit together. Download the Experian app if you don't have it. It's free. Look at your
free.
Look
Free
at
99.
Look at your credit score. Make sure every line personally is right, because they're going to screw up your name. They're going to screw up the addresses. They're going to screw up the phone numbers.
And that can mess up.
Yeah, because you want everything to be clean,
correct,
right? And you can dispute that stuff for free. And the reason I'm telling people to do the Experian app, because a lot of people are scared to even look at their credit. And they're going Credit Karma, which is not really your credit score on Equifax. I don't know if people know that. But now if you have CreditWise through Capital One, it should, CreditWise and TransUnion,
or what is it?
Credit Karma, TransUnion and CreditWise should be the same score. That's how you can verify your score. But here, let me check this. Let me tell you this. So personal credit is important for all kind of reasons, because it gives you the longevity. You don't have to, you get low interest rates, whether you're buying a car, home, or whatever. But the game is, you can talk about business credit all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a high interest business card, what good does it do you? Because just because it's in your business name, what benefits is it giving you? So I can go to Sam's Club. I hear all these people online talk about business credit. You don't need no personal guarantee.
Hey, I'm just watching them too.
No PG. And I'm going like, I don't want to transfer my personal credit at 28% to a business credit card at 28%. What benefit is that? I don't get it. You build up your personal credit to a point where you're able to get a personal guarantee business card. Now is 0% for 12 months or longer, and no annual fees. So just imagine if we was getting started with business and your personal credit was right, and you apply to these business cards, credit cards that have 0%. That's same as cash. So if I gave you 10,000 and say, you got a year to pay me, and just pay me maybe a minimum payment of $100 a month until a year, that give you a lot of time to start your business, to do your inventory, selling, and doing without the obligation, right? A lot of people are sleeping on the 0% business credit cards.
I mean, are they sleep on it, or, because, nowadays, unfortunately, a lot of people credit got shot. Mismanagement. A lot of people credit, I know people who messed up. I didn't mess up my credit till my probably late 20s. But I know people, as soon as they turned 18 and that credit card came through the mail, I didn't even know about credit cards when I was 18.
Right.
But when I
You
did,
got that bill,
I was about to say, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. So it's be like, so with people, all right, so that, obviously, good credit, but how do you get to, I guess that's the hardest thing.
So
how do you even get
to
being able to even say, I got decent, good enough,
Start now working on your personal credit and stop being afraid to look at it. I know that's challenging for some people.
Hell yeah, it is,
right?
Man.
But I'm telling you from experience, I done cleaned up my credit 3 times.
Hey.
So I've been in the 5s, 7s, 5s, 7s. And everybody gonna make mistakes, but the interest of the credit cards are the ones that's killing me.
So that's okay. All right. So then it goes back. So see, that's the thing that confuses me. All right. I thought the credit card, boom. All right. Yeah, it got interest or whatever. But as long as you're paying it back, I thought that this is what thing that's supposed to be boosting or helping
All right.
your credit.
All right. So let me ask you. Okay. Let me segue to a thing. Let me go somewhere. So I don't want to discourage people by just the business credit, because there's 2 forms of business credit.
So you didn't know that either.
Okay. Well, there's 3, right? There's your way without a personal guarantee, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to have a personal guarantee when your credit is good, right? And then there's term.
Term.
So let me break it down. Let me break it down for you. Okay.
Please do.
You heard of Granger? You heard of a company called Granger?
Yeah, they in
Okay.
North Carolina.
You heard of a company called S&S Activewear, probably where you can get your shirts and all your printing gear if you're printing. And I'm just naming off a few companies. Uline.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Okay, so there's companies out there that will give you term accounts, 30 days, with no interest. So
Is
Granger.
that with good, bad, or
No,
is
they
that
don't look
just
at your credit. They go off your EIN number, and they report it. Now, Dun and Bradstreet, there's 3 reporting agencies
I
for.
was just about to say, I just learned,
There are 3. Dun
There's
and
3?
Bradstreet,
Yeah, that's what I got.
American Express Business Credit, and Equifax Business Credit.
Well, American Express be sending a lot of information, but they also ain't accept nothing yet either.
That's not true. You gotta be persistent. They want the personal guarantee though, and then they want you to upload your bank statements if you apply for American Express. They want to see your business name on that bank statement.
I be trying to do that, but they be saying it goes from like they want a certain amount. I'll be like, all right,
Certain amount of what?
money you have to make.
Nah.
Yeah,
What American Express you apply for? A personal or a business?
business.
The blue, the gold, the platinum?
No,
The
not
red?
the platinum yet. I ain't gonna lie, but I think it's a blue, gold.
No.
It's gotta be a blue and
All right.
gold. Cause
You gotta start off with the American Express blue cash card. That's the
so
one that's
security.
easy.
So
No,
security.
it's not a secure card.
Oh,
But they want you to upload, they're personal guarantee though, and they want you to upload your bank statement, that's it. And then if you get kind of a denial, then you can call them and ask why. A lot of people don't like picking up the phone either.
I mean, yeah, because I mean,
But so when you get the letter, you just be like, all right, fuck it. They
Yeah,
just,
it's in the
come on,
trash.
man.
It's
What
gone.
the hell? What the hell? Why y'all decline me? You know? I mean, if you don't know, I mean, how you go know?
I mean, I guess that's true, but I guess they're right.
Just get the facts. Like, oh, the income ratio is high, or you got too many negatives on your account, or your account is new.
I
mean,
mean,
they gonna
but
tell
then
you
once
something.
they start saying something like that, then it's like, all right, well, so what did that do?
It lets you talk to a person and let you work on what your weaknesses are for their criteria. That criteria ain't gonna be the same as, say, a Chase card or a Flagstar card or a U.S. Bank card. If you just going for one, there's a whole bunch of other credit cards out there that you can get that have the same or better benefits.
Let's see, okay, so.
All right, let me go back to the term. For those who talking about not having a good credit.
Hope y'all listening, because a lot of y'all.
EIN number, get a DUNS number for free. DUNS number for free. EIN number for free. DUN is the Business Credit Reporting Agency. So if you open an account with Granger, Uline, all these, term companies, they report to DUN with your business credit saying that you have good credit, right? Or you're paying your bills on time. So let's say Granger. Hey, Granger, everybody know Granger, right? You order something from Granger, you tell them to invoice you. You don't have to pay them right away. So Granger send you your stuff,
Damn.
and then you got 30 days to pay them.
Is this how all business work after you get to a certain point? Well, I ain't know that. So
Yeah, come on, man.
30
You know,
days? I ain't know that.
those
So
are terms. So people who are struggling with building business credit, right? They can backdoor it and do terms. So there are companies out there that won't ask for a personal guarantee, that take your EIN number and give you terms. Now the limits might start off 500,000, whatever. There's Quail, and I just found this out, man. So you know Staples.
Oh, really?
Staples owns Quail.
I don't know what Quail is.
It's like
I know Staples, though.
So Staples, they have an online service. Of course, you can order online, but they own this company called Quail. They embed together, and so Quail prices, in my opinion, are a little high sometimes, right? And a lot of people don't know you can negotiate those prices. You can ask for a discount. Don't always buy online and think that that's the final price. It's not. Pick up the phone, call them, and say, "Hey, I need a better price, or I'm ordering more, in bulk. What's the best price I can get?" The other part to that is that when you sign up an account or a business account online with these companies, always submit your seller's permit. In a lot of companies, do you have a seller's permit? Do you have a seller's permit? Do you buy your stuff wholesale?
Yeah.
Do you pay tax on it?
No.
Do you have a seller's permit?
I call it my dealer's license. That's what it sounds like.
Well, you applied
sales tax ID.
The sales tax.
There we go. I was about to say. See,
It's called a sales. That's the sales. So, but
okay.
you have to fill it out and give them the number.
Yeah.
So they won't charge you tax.
Boom. Yeah. Now, I do
A lot of business owners don't know about that.
You should. I learned about that late too, but I mean that is true.
Now, do you know you can go and you got a business Costco card?
I tried Costco's and Sam's.
But you wanted the credit card.
I wanted something for it just to be like, cause I got bank accounts obviously, but I ain't got no cards
that has your business name
exactly.
on there. All right, we gonna get you one. We gonna get this brother a business bank account. All right. Forget Costco credit card. Now you probably can get a Sam's Club credit card, but it's high interest. It's not 0%.
I mean, I know
neither is Costco's. But what I was going to tell you about the sales permit is that whether you're a member, if you're a member, you don't need a credit card, but you just need a Costco card, and you upload or give them your sales permit, you can go buy everything in there for tax exempt.
That's Sam's and Costco's?
Yeah, TVs, computers, watches. And if you inventory it and don't sell it, then you don't have to pay tax on it because you bought it non-tax, but you haven't sold it yet. But hey, talk to your tax person about that. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But let me give a few banks out that are kind of lenient.
Lenient meaning
620, FICO, 660.
Ooh, okay, 6 something.
I think it's Premier Fidelity Bank is one. Flagstar Business Credit Card is another. Sierra Bank, Sierra of California, Bank of California, First National Bank of Omaha. They do business in Texas. There's U.S. Bank, B of A, believe it or not. These are all business section of the website. Don't go to the personal section. Don't make that mistake. But this is a personal guarantee card, though, right? But these are more lenient banks. So Flagstar is one. I'm a Flagstar. You remember that?
Oh, trust me.
Bank of Sierra.
I think I heard of that. Though.
Bank is BANC of California is another one.
But they do business in Texas?
They don't matter. It doesn't matter whether they offer businesses cards, whether you got a DBA or LLC. But as long as you have an EIN number. And
it's going down.
All right, so
listen, brother, it's going down.
And another thing that people, you can get a virtual office if you want to, but you don't need one.
I mean, I heard that's just good, just because, they say that when you apply for loans and stuff like that, they don't want to see your house, you know.
What if you have a home-based business? You gonna go out and spend money because you want a virtual office?
I mean, this is just the stuff that we getting taught from YouTube. It's not like we get to sit here with somebody like you and stuff. We just learn it.
Business.
We learn it from YouTube.
I'm not gonna go out and buy a virtual office. I mean, I work at my house.
That's what I thought.
But you know, for those who want that and they need that, that's fine. I mean, I'm not against any of that, you know. But I just don't want people to put themselves in a pigeonhole, you know, and think that they can't do something if they hear something. You know, that's the wrong way. You know, like kind of get on the phone or vet things out. Don't just take it, you know, even what I'm saying, you know, like I've been in business 30 years. So I've seen all the mistakes. I'm telling you what I know, you know, what I've been through. I had, you know, DBAs, credit issues, building credit, business credit, borrowing money, all the whole shebang. I just want to make it, you know. But I'm here now just letting people know, don't sweat all that stuff. It's not, just do it, you know. I mean, make up your mind what you want to do. Do your DBA if you don't have $300, because you spent $1,000 or so or more from.
Sure did. We ain't gonna get the exacts of it, but yeah, it was way more than what you talking. I tell you that.
What was it? The legal zone.
Exactly. No, I did it because I did it twice. That's the crazy part about it. I did Swift filings and I got two different businesses. One was LegalZoom, the other was Swift Filings.
Yeah,
and both of them took me out of the water.
Yeah.
Way more than.
And then they charge you for the EIN, and all they're doing is charging for a service. Because you'd be like, all right, yeah, just take care of everything.
Pretty much, because that was me. You know, here, man, y'all just do y'all's job and let me know what I need to do.
Maybe 10 minutes on the IRS website to get your EIN number, if that. You go to Dun & Bradstreet, it might take another 10 minutes. You go to the...
It took me 3 years to even realize I even had a DMB number.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I didn't... Of course, LegalZoom and stuff, they gave me one, but I didn't
realize.
You know, I didn't know. And then I start, once again, I'm listening to, watching different videos. I'm hearing people keep using that DMB. And I'm like, what is that? I finally called. They're like, oh, yeah. And then he was like, yes, you haven't done anything with it. And I'm like... Well, I never even.
And you can start building business credit by them term companies just by ordering what you would normally order household items. You know, like Granger got toilet paper and paper towels and cleaning supplies and stuff like that. And you buy that stuff anyway. So why not build your credit and do it the same way? I mean, they go send it to you, and then you just pay them 30 days later. Build up your credit. So don't think that you got to go buy something that you don't need.
I'm just gonna say,
right?
That's where a lot of people.
Uline have those things. Quail have those things. I would challenge those prices. Uline is not going to discount their prices, but Granger will. Quail is, you know, I mean, the way they do business. But I would challenge everything online. Try to get the best price. Compare pricing. You don't want to just say, well, they give me 30-day nets, so I'm going to spend, you know, $20 more. That just doesn't make sense, you know. So, you know, utilize those benefits of those 30-day nets and build up your credit, because they do report to Dun & Bradstreet. So that's the way to build up your credit and get credit with having bad credit. Right?
Okay.
Now, I got to talk about a few more things. Building relationships in business is the key to business.
That's the key to anything.
The key to anything.
It is. So
if you don't have credit and you're dealing with suppliers, as long as you take care of them suppliers, they're going to take care of you, right? So if you build a relationship,
you talking about
people who supply your stuff wherever you decide to go.
Yeah, my mind just went elsewhere.
Not the guy on the street.
I'm like, man,
not Nico Brown. I know the player's coming to town, but God they'll give you credit, right? But if you don't pay them,
some other issues.
You'll be under the cement somewhere, right? But yeah, that's the same concept, though. Pay your suppliers.
Okay.
You know, he might give you some credit. You know, Tek, what you need, man? This week I'm coming up short. You know, I need
but but you know, honestly, in all honesty, like, you know, for somebody, that's kind of what helped me. You know, I can't say that and speak for everybody, but that's how I kind of learned business. Somebody actually had to sit me down and be like, bruh, you already know business, you just know it in a different aspect. Once you start learning, it's the same. You just need to start learning the different word frames and the different meanings. You already have it down pat. That's what he was kind of saying.
So if you buy it from the supplier for 10 and you go flip it for 20, that's the wholesaler and the retailer. Same thing, just different merchandise.
And that's kind of what, you know, that was the thing that it kind of opened my eyes a little more. Like, you know what, this is kind of true. Cause I be overthinking a lot of things, you know, and it's not just me. I know a lot of people, especially, you know, who do other things and they be wanting to do legit things. But
and you know the sad part about that is they make all the money and don't transition to.
See, but that's the other thing that somebody was saying, you know, but. That's another topic in itself, because, you know, I mean, it just be so hard because you don't know, and then not everybody is like you, being able to be like, man, I'll help you, because a lot of people, if they find out that you got money, but they don't know but they know that you also not smart, they take advantage of that every time. They be like, oh, you want me to do this? Hey, you give me this, I got you, and then you don't hear no more from them. And you feel me? You trying to keep it on a peaceful level, like I want to do business. But you feel like you feel like you getting played as a man though, because you like, bruh, I didn't come to you. You came to me and told me that you could, and you know, so it'd be like, do I really want to trust? That's why, I mean, it'd be like, some people are like that. They see people, I mean, it's not just anybody, it's just anybody. If they know that you're not, you know, all there, not even necessarily dumb, just you're not all there about money or business.
They go rob you.
You feel me? Especially if all they know is you just got it. 9 times out of 10, they just know you just ready to spend it. That's the only thing you really know what to do with.
That's
the money.
A true statement. And so, me and you, you know, like I said, man, I mean, coming from LA, just growing up, you know, you see things, but you have to transition out of them. You know, all of it's not gonna.
Coming from DC, it's the same thing.
So,
you're gonna see some things, and you're gonna start to realize, bro, it's more out here. And then once you start really leaving, that's when I really feel a lot of people are stuck in that situation. You don't get to really see. You ain't seen outside of what it really is.
But then if you play the game the way is, you know, where corporate America really is playing it, then you win. Because you can buy property. And so we're talking about, you know, like your personal credit. And if you got personal business going for you and you got cash, who can stop you?
Oh yeah, I know, because it was one time somebody, it's very.
I mean, real. You go buy what car you want. I don't care. You got the IRS looking. It don't matter. You're justifying the cost of the home, the car, the fits, everything, jewelry, but you have to learn to transition and make that shit legit. And if you don't, then you're always looking behind your back. You know, you're always wondering what, and that's not the way to go. You know that. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Now, did we cover everything? Are we covering everything?
No, I don't think we got into business.
All right.
Because, man, I mean, we got into, you know what you should, where you could get
all
that stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the thing, obviously, is business funding. I know a lot of people probably definitely want to know something, because that's obviously the key. A lot of people is missing the capital and don't know even what to do.
I just want to help people out, man, and pass the information forward. If you work on your personal credit, it's a win-win, right? If you go open your business and get the EIN number, it's a win.
It is. Hey, y'all better catch notes for real. That's a good deal. I don't give a damn what nobody
whether you got a
good deal.
A DBA, doing business as, or LLC.
It's crazy.
And establish terms with the 30-day net suppliers like Granger or whoever you're buying from, and you can ask if they offer term, and use the word term account. I need a term account. I don't have no money right now.
They gonna know. Yeah, right.
I'll pay you in 30 days. Okay. They go bill you, they invoice you. So you buy something on the 10th, of January, you're gonna get billed on February 10th.
That's,
So now you got 30 days to go out there and sell what you've been.
Exactly. So now it's
without coming up with the cash.
That's actually beneficial because that's kind of just only on you. If you can't, I feel once you get in that situation, if it gets to that situation where somebody giving you the product and the time, that's only on you if you can't get it done, unfortunately.
Right, and they work with you too. You can go past 30 days, but I'm saying I don't care if you're in medical supplies. They got Medline, they got Henry Schein. They got all these medical supplier places that you can buy from. They have term accounts. If you buying clothing, you can go to S&S Activewear, buy clothes. Buy shirts and sweatshirts, and if you're doing printing work, if you got cake supplies and herbs or whatever you're doing, there are always suppliers that are going to offer you terms. And then if it's a real big order, some of the suppliers say, well, I need 50% down, then I'll give you 30-day nets. So if you got a big order or you want something big and you got 10,000, maybe they're not comfortable with you, so they probably want you to put a little skin in the game. But if you start off small, 200,000, 300,000, 2,000 or whatever, they're gonna give you a credit line, and you gotta ask for it.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
They don't, and a lot of people gotta pick up the phone. They have to ask questions, and and then this is another thing: keep all your files together. Get organized.
Oh yeah, now that's something I learned that.
Yeah.
You gotta stay organized. That's any business.
Get a software program, like if it's QuickBooks or whatever online.
I'm old fashioned. I'm still pen and pad. No, I'm playing.
All right.
I am still pen and pad. I got accountants and stuff, but we still pen. I'm pretty sure they got software.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I'm pen and pad.
Yeah. So you negative, positive,
That's right.
And then whatever the circle at the bottom. Yeah, I used to do that daily. Candy store, I'd be like, I made 150 today, 300.
You gotta do what you got. Cause that's what like I said, a lot of things, I don't know, cause I'm in that middle area. I feel like, I'm around all the new technology, but yeah, it's still everybody that raised me is still from before, where you just really got out there and just learned what to do and did it.
So what are the things that you think would benefit you now to kind of leverage where you are and where you want to go?
Marketing. It's the thing for me because, the big thing for me is, marketing because before it was not the thing to, just be out here on a camera and talking this and talking that, so now to actually be in front of the camera and have to be like, hey, y'all, come check me out, come peek me out. It's a different, it's a different feeling, and and so I feel that the marketing is something I'm still learning, because I know that's the major part of what I'm learning. It's the major part of business, because just like you said, you got all the product in the world, but if nobody's getting it,
gotta sell it.
You feel me? So it's like, the marketing has to come in handy, and I always say marketing, I believe everything else be falling into play in marketing, but the marketing is something I really feel is just, and funding, of course we don't want extra capital, but I believe that the capital, in my heart, I really believe that the capital will come. Once people get in here, I personally believe you're going to come back.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's just my honest opinion. It's just me getting you here.
Right.
So that's the thing with me. Marketing is something that is very important, but that's the one thing that I still haven't tapped into. Be like, oh, okay. I watched a lot of marketing videos. I watched a lot of marketing videos, and it's almost like Forex.
Yeah.
It's like I know how much money it can make, but something just don't click with me. It just, just I hear somebody say, oh, well, you do it this way, and I'll throw money this way. Then I hear somebody say, oh, you gotta do it this way, now throw something this way.
Right.
Then I hear this way, no, you should do it this way. And I'm like, all right, well, alley-oop over here. Then you just feel like, all right, well, damn, I'm like everywhere, and nothing is really getting done. So it's like, all right, let me just go back to basics. I'm tired.
And that happens. Sometimes you try a variety of things, based on whatever. Some things gonna work, some things not. But you can't give up, right?
Amen. That's
You know?
something I had definitely learned. You can't give up. That's
Yeah.
why I be telling people, if I could tell other people nothing else, it's really like you said, just don't give up.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna get difficult, you know. But like you said, I mean, once you keep going and you start learning, like, oh, all right, that's why I messed up.
Right.
Oh, damn, okay.
Right.
That
Now, do you hold events here and everything?
I just moved here, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
about to start doing
Okay.
stuff like that. That's the thing, you know. That's the whole goal, you know. Like I said, the whole goal is to be out here in these people's faces, you
Right.
know, like everywhere, you know.
Right.
My events, their events,
Right.
freaking, you know, just everywhere.
I can tell you this: I need a gas hat because when the gas prices go up, you can take that to LA right now and sell it all day. And the gas price is $5, brother.
Hey, but you know, I ain't gonna lie. As much as I love LA, I be telling people I can't. That's one of the things why I just can't move out there. The rent's too high.
Oh yeah.
Everything in LA to me is expensive except for the weed, and then and then by the time you done with that, like the traffic is like
Yeah, traffic.
5 minutes down the corner with a natural 5 minutes.
Right.
It's like a 2 hour
Right.
shenanigan.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like
Yeah.
really like.
I mean, but you can market. You can have some connections out there where you don't have to actually stay.
Oh, trust me,
You
but
know,
I
like
want to
ship
go.
your
But
stuff
I love LA. Oh, don't
Yeah.
get it twisted.
Yeah.
Everybody, I love LA.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love every time. You know, that's one place. You know, I'm glad I ain't never been there for no earthquake or none of
Oh,
that
man.
scary shit that be happening. Every
I'll
time
take
I've been to LA,
I'll take an
it's
earthquake
love.
over a hurricane.
I don't know.
All day.
I don't know, man. Why? Why would you say that? That's a good question. Why an earthquake?
I mean, Texas.
But how do you
the
know
weather,
how do you know which is gonna be worse? Because I mean, you know, I know that y'all had some bad earthquakes. Only real
I wouldn't
hurricane.
take either one of them. How about that?
That too.
All right, so let's
You
just
will.
let's just end it there because there've been some tragic events on both sides. So I'd rather not deal with, for the people out there, man, that've been in earthquakes and hurricanes and lost people. So neither one of them, right?
Exactly,
So
right.
let's we ain't gonna talk about the different sides of LA and California and Texas. It's all bad when it comes to natural disasters. But no, man. I wish you well. Thank you for the opportunity to come here and talk about
man.
business.
I hope everybody listen, cause man, I
Yeah.
definitely trust me. I got me some gems, and I'm definitely feeling applying tonight. Cause a couple of things. I definitely did not know. Some things I kind of knew about.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it was some things that I had no clue.
Yeah, and I just sharing information about getting started, kind of knowing where you want to go and what's available to you, I think is really important. And can I just recap a couple of things?
Yes.
All right, so we're talking about DBA,
Mm-hmm.
$30 or less, I think. Right? EIN number for free.
Free.
IRS.gov. Dun and Bradstreet.
They good.
Do the one for free. They do have one that's expedited. Don't pay the expedited charge. Get you a business bank account, and whatever bank you choose, make sure it's free. No monthly fees, and I think they're $25 to open up a bank account.
$5 Navy Federal.
Okay.
See, just let me know.
And just start, and then whatever business you decide to be in, look up the manufacturer, and manufacturers who make the product. Then there are distributors. The manufacturers have distributors in certain areas who they distribute to, and they buy in bulk, and then they sell it to you. So some manufacturers don't sell direct. Some manufacturers sell to distributors. So you find the best distributor, talk to them about pricing. If there's a salesperson in that organization, hook up with a salesperson, if you're going to do a lot of business, and do a business account with them. Understanding that their terms, 30-day net terms, some of them are 60. It's rare that it's 60-day terms, but most of them are 30.
Still good. 30 days to do what you gotta
Oh
do.
yeah, 30 days is good.
That's pretty good.
Without coming out the pocket.
You feel me? That's pretty good.
No
30
money.
days.
If your credit isn't right or up to par, please start working on it now. Download the Experian app. It's free. work on your credit, every line. And then for those who have decent credit, apply for business credit cards with 0% interest for 12 months to 24 months at a time.
What's that? What kind of credit score you need for those?
Like I said, I think I called, was it Flagstar or Premier Fidelity Bank, and I would have to probably put it on my site, but it was 620 to 660, and they just take a look at your credit, and then they give you a reason, and you can call them. And so let me give you an idea. Just talked to my friend in LA, has a clothing store, had a DBA.
Okay.
Credit was, decent.
Okay.
He applied and he got a response online, said we'd notify you in 7 to 10 days. Normally that means you got declined. Because they don't give you that credit line online. So I was like, man, what happened? So I called.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to a representative. I'm gonna call because I'm referring people here. I need to know why what the decline was. So the guy said, have them call us. Okay, cool. He called. He got approved for $6,500. So that was his first business credit card in a DBA. So I did my niece a couple of months ago. She got applied for the same card for like $6,000, and so it seemed like that's their kind of a niche going forward, But you have to call, and if you don't get a response, right away, I would say call. But for those of you who have decent credit, U.S. Bank, I think U.S. Bank right now got the #1 credit card for businesses right now. They offer you. I gotta say this. You got time? You got time? How much time we got? All right, y'all listen to this? For those who have decent credit.
Decent credit. Not everybody. This is everybody, what, 6 and up?
Yeah, maybe mid-6s up, or however this is.
6 and up. 6 and up. It's for y'all. Listen up.
Mid-6s. Maybe.
Mid-6s.
U.S. Bank got a business credit card offer now that they'll pay you. And you ever see them say earn points, earn cash back?
Mm-hmm.
They're paying you to use their card, and we're sleeping on it. It's asleep. They're paying you $500 if you spend $4,500 in the first 150 days. That's 5 months. 5 times 3 is 150. Now trip this out. A lot of people say, I don't want to go accumulate no more debt. I ain't gotta go spend $4,500, right? Okay, so this is the thing. In business, sometimes you get your startup, you spend $4,500, but now they got $500 within the first 150 days, and then a 0% for 15 months, plus cashback features, right? But now this is the key. For startup businesses, they give you $100 towards your, like QuickBooks. They want you to succeed. QuickBooks software, whatever software you want to use. Your phone bill, they give you like an extra 3% back or whatever. You got to read it, look at it, and learn more. But trip this out. So startup, $4,500, they give you $500. So people that don't have the startup or in business, don't want to accumulate debt, do you spend on groceries? Do you have a grocery budget?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a phone bill?
Of course.
No, I'm just,
Of course, yeah.
but people don't think like that. I can go to HEB right now or a grocery store and buy whatever my budget is. So if it's $400 for the year, I can go buy 12 $400 gift cards at HEB. I can go pay all my phone bill for the year. The money that I pay monthly for my groceries and my phone bill, all you do is just pay the credit card. But they're gonna give you $500 for doing it. Do you just understand what I'm saying? You don't have to spend it on extra stuff. You can just spend it on the stuff that you already normally get monthly. Do you hear what I'm saying? So long as you discipline enough to take your budget money and make your monthly payment 0%, there's no interest involved, so you'd be paying it off anyway. They give you 15 months to pay it. They'll give you $500 plus all these points and fees and stuff like that.
So that's the opium people be talking about, huh?
Man, listen, if they giving away money, why aren't you getting it? Because you're spending money anyway. Okay. And let me tell you why personal credit is important. I'm going to close with this. If you get the 0% cards with no annual fees, and you want to raise your score and lower your monthly payments on your personal debt, can you transfer your personal credit to your business credit?
I don't think so, but can't you use your personal credit as leverage with your business?
You can transfer all of your credit card debt to 0% on your business credit and won't show up on your personal credit report anymore.
Whoa, time. Wait,
I'm about to knock y'all out with that.
Say that again, yeah, say that again, okay.
If you got 20 grand, let's just start off with 10. You got $10,000 worth of personal debt that you're paying interest on with these credit cards. And you qualify for a business credit card with 0%. You can take all of your credit card personal debt, transfer it over to the business side, and it doesn't show up on your personal credit card, your credit report anymore. Your credit score goes through the roof, and it looks like you're debt free. And your monthly payments go down. So, are you able to go buy a house at that point? Are you able to, now, and I gotta talk about, you can go buy a house, you can go buy real estate, you can invest in real estate. You can start leveraging yourself even more. And now you done transfer your personal debt to this business side, like it don't even exist. Do you hear what I'm saying? Now a lot of people go and use their business credit to buy cars. And then they go to like these banks and get high interest rates and they think that's good. But if your personal credit is in line, I gotta say this, and your personal guarantee for your business, and the Ford or Mercedes or Jack, whoever offering you 0% or low interest, they owe you that interest. If it's 0%, you get 0%. But it goes on your business credit. It doesn't show up on your personal. So don't take the higher loans just because it goes into your business credit. People, oh, it's not in my business name, and they charged me 7.99% or 12%, and it's on my business, but you should have got 0, because if you still qualify for the premium 0% incentive rate because of your credit, because of you're guaranteeing the credit for the company. That's how important your personal credit is. And so if you use it right, you can really eliminate a lot of debt and a lot of interest. So just imagine you get a credit card for $10,000 and you paying $300 a month. You transfer that to a business credit card at 15 months at 0% instead of paying $300. Well, maybe you have the $300. Now it's $100. But you got a year and 3 months. Same as cash. So you have to start thinking outside the box when it comes to personal credit, business credit, and how to utilize it. And that's how you leverage your money. Now, close with, I know that's going to be some questions. I know you're thinking.
Yeah,
now, when you get your 30-day net account from Granger and you get the bill, guess what you pay with? Your business credit card. And now you got another 30 days to pay it with 0%, and you get points. So now they send you a bill for 30 days. You call them up, pay with a business credit card at 0%. you get points, whether it's 2% back, 3% back, or whatever they offer you. Now you got another 30 days to pay it with 0%. So now that 30 days went into 60 days, and they paid you for using it.
Damn. So that's how the rich stay rich, huh? It's all about the.
I mean, is that a game changer?
It actually is. You feel me? No, really, that really is. Like when you sit down and really think.
If you think about it, and I'm talking about small numbers, but what if you had a credit line for $50,000 and you had a $50,000 credit card, and they gave you 2% cash back every time you used it? So now you got the money, so you got 30 days terms. You pay them with a credit card. Now you got points back, and then you got another 30 days to pay it, and then you pay them off and you start over again. The game is tough like that, and we got to learn how to start playing the game.
Okay.
And we can't give money away because it's in the business name and trade off high interest credit or high interest loans for it to be in a business loan, because the money is the money. So if the interest rate is high on the personal and it's high on the business, what benefit is it? So you have to start focusing on 0% leveraging. And I'm sorry, I gotta say this. You can stack your cards. So say for instance you get a card at 0% for 12 months. You need more time to pay. You can go apply for another card at 0% and roll that balance over to the other card. Now you got another year to pay at 0%. But we don't think like that. If you stack your cards and get it when you need it, and you need more time to deal with whatever you're dealing with, because all of us get into some type of trouble. And you go, as long as you keep your personal credit cool, because nothing's reported on your personal credit. It's only on your business credit. So when you apply for another card at 0% and you still have a balance, you can roll that balance over into another 0%. Now you got a whole another year to pay that off. So now you got 2 years. I'm sorry. So let's start thinking. Let's start asking questions.
Yes.
And
those mouths do not get fed, I'm telling you.
let's start putting our thinking hats on and think outside the box. Don't think that it's accumulating debt. Thinking about it as eliminating debt, and think about you growing your business or doing what you have to do to be free. Whether you want to open a business and grow your business, leverage your business, and we partner up. You got $100,000 in credit card, business credit. I got credit, and we want to go buy some property. Now we got $200,000 because you can go buy property with a credit card. So it's magic in numbers. And then if you got a husband and wife, they can apply for business cards separately. They don't have to apply for the same card. So now if the husband get approved for 50, the wife get approved for 50, now they got 100,000.
So that's why they say it's good to work in a team, now.
It's good, and it's good to collaborate with others, and we can form a partnership or LLC. And then I can say, hey man, I went and got $50,000 in credit or $100,000. What you got? We put our money together. We can go buy a retail building. We can go buy some investment properties. Start leveraging those opportunities, but start getting your personal credit right. Start thinking ahead, playing chess, not checkers, and understanding that you have to have a plan going in. And if you have a plan going in, it can change your life.
Man, that was deep.
Okay.
That was good. Where can we find it? Because, I know it's going to be people that want to know more information. Where can we find you?
My name is Kevin Anderson. I'm at Anderson & Anderson Enterprises. And, the number is available on the site. I'll take information. I just want to share the information, help some people out. And
You on social media as well?
Social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
It's all the same name?
All the Anderson & Anderson Enterprises.
Anderson & Anderson Enterprises.
Yeah,
I hope y'all caught that.
thank you
Anderson
for
Anderson. And I thank you. Thank you again for showing up
Appreciate
to the gas
it, man.
station.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah,
Look
thank
forward
you.
to talking to
Thank
you
you,
again.
man.
Whoa, y'all already know, man.
All right.